we are joined this morning by the head person in Morgan County, Brian Langley. You're the county executive, and we're so glad you're with us this morning. Thank you.
Good to be here. Thank y'all for coming.
Let's talk a little bit about what your community has been through over the last several years. Back-to-back years of tornadoes that have devastated areas, lives lost in the most recent one. 2 people died, a mother and daughter. I mean, it's incredibly sad.
It really is. We've been, like you said, this is the 3rd tornado hit us back in February, and unfortunately we lost 2 lives in this last one, and can't put a price tag on what that families went through, and the homes that were lost and the lives were lost. It's been a tough stretch.
Brian, in order to get help from the state and federal level, you have to meet a certain threshold. But here in Morgan County, that's nearly impossible. Talk about that.
You know, FEMA has that threshold, $13 million that's got to, statewide. When you have an isolated tornado like we had, it's kind of tough because you've got to meet that threshold. And to be honest with you, that we could get devastated here in downtown Wartburg, it's going to be hard to meet that threshold. We're not heavily populated. We're kind of spread out. We're rural county, and it puts us at a disadvantage. If this tornado that hit us in February hits Knox County or Davidson County, you're going to meet that threshold like that. So it's a tough spot for us.
It probably feels a lot like some of these smaller counties are left behind in our state when disasters happen.
Yeah, and it's something that the average person don't realize until you're going through it, and it's frustrating because I look at it like this: those 2 lives that were lost in this tornado, they're just as important as any 2 lives that were lost in that unfortunate situation out in West Tennessee last week or so. That they lost several lives, and you can't put a price tag on what those lives mean.
And we're going to talk to you coming up about your fight for your county and how you're trying to take that to the state level to get the people help who need it. We'll talk to you coming up in just a bit. Thank you for being with us this morning.
Thank you, Brian.